Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be chatting with Diana Shaer, a former Russian national equestrian team member, international dressage rider, and sports diplomat representing Palestine. Diana is qualified for the 2021 Olympics in Tokyo. She's also a contributing journalist for My Olive Roots and the creator of Dialogue, where she interviews talented Palestinians from around the world and shares their success stories. Hi, Diana.
Hi, Tanya.
I am so excited to finally talk to you like this because I think everyone needs to know more about you because you really are an amazing person. You're doing so many great things. First of all, where did you grow up?
Well, first of all, thank you. I was born in the Soviet Union. And actually, then it became Russia and I was growing up in Russia. So my family is half Palestinian, half Russian. My father is Palestinian, my mom is Russian. And it happened to be this way that my grandfather was the first one who came to Soviet Union. And actually, he was the first Palestinian ambassador in the Soviet Union. And then my father followed up and became the second ambassador in Russia already. No, it was still Soviet Union, but then, yeah.
So how do you connect to Palestine living there?
Well, first of all, when I was a kid, we spent some time in the embassy. And of course, when a major part of my family, my father's family, was still in Moscow, we had a lot of Palestine in our household. We had we cooked a lot, Palestinian dishes. And of course, when I interview people now, I see more and more that there is something that many people after their 20s start to feel this strong connection to their roots. It doesn't matter where you live, but in the certain point, and I think with me it happened I think when I was 27, 28, I started to feel this connection to Palestine. And it's interesting because that time I actually was even not in Russia, I was in Germany for training. And then, I decided to, it's funny because, our life sometimes just brings us to a certain way. And there was a moment when I started to meet a lot of interesting, intelligent Palestinian people all around the world, and then it happened like this, that I started to be more and more interested. And then I decided to visit Palestine. It was 4 years ago. And when I was there, I felt absolutely home. So it was an incredible feeling. So I think your roots is something that doesn't matter where you are, somehow it brings you, this cultural identity, something that, brings you closer to your roots anyway.
For sure. When did you begin writing?
I began writing around when I was 11 years old in Russia. It was actually my father that brought me to this hobby that time because, he used to write when he was very young, when he was still in Arab countries. And then he and his Syrian friend decided to build up a little stable in Russia. And it's funny because I was really scared of writing. I was so afraid of it. But then the willingness that I had inside of me, somehow I just said, I want to be a writer. And then once I saw on the TV, international dressage riders, because I'm doing dressage is when the horse is dancing under the rider, let's say. And then I just said, I want to do that. So it took me some time to overcome my fear, and then I became a part of Russian national team.
Amazing.
And competed in Russia and in Europe. 5 years ago, Palestinian Equestrian Federation contacted me and they asked me, if I can represent Palestine. And that was actually one of the reasons of my trip there. And when I came to Palestine and I saw the situation, I had no doubt. I said, of course, I want to write for Palestine. So I'm very happy to represent Palestine now as an athlete and also as an international, sports diplomat. I'm also traveling to some conferences, representing it. And this is the way it started.
So special. I love that. And so what's the best thing you love about the sport?
Of course, first of all, I love horses, and this is so important for a rider to love horses. And I think you can learn so much from them. And horses, they just bring you back to nature. So you always have this feeling that, you're grounded. And second, I think it's a great quality that you learn as a rider, that if you can't control your own mental state and your emotions, it won't be possible for you to control or to be a part of a team with a horse, because this is an animal and this is your partner. And this is a great, opportunity for one to learn to stay in harmony and also to keep this partner in this harmony state,
So tell me about your routine. How often do you train?
Well, we spend riders spend a lot of time in the stable. So we usually go to the barn 6 days a week, at least. So when some people tell me there are some holidays, I don't know which day of the week it is and if there is a holiday, because horses, they need care, of course. And we usually have people that help us, but still you should be there. And usually it's like 6 days training, and we just try to make an interesting program for the horses. They're not bored, that they don't do the same every day. And of course, also it's important for a rider to be in a good form. So I try to do some fitness as well, apart from riding, maybe like 2 or 3 days a week. And so it's like, nearly every day training, but I love it. It's something that keeps me alive. I ride my horse and I try to use my free time to focus on other projects as well. Yeah.
Well, dialogue is one of the big projects. And so why did you start dialogue? I love dialogue. I've watched here on My Olive Roots. I really love the last one you did with Pali Roots and Ramallah Ballet. So what got you into that? Why did you start dialogue?
Thank you very much. It's first of all, I very appreciate what you say, because it's like my kid. It's pretty new project, and that's why it's so important for me to have a feedback. Well, I got this idea already, I think like 3 years ago, to do something for the community. And as I told you, like last years, somehow I do believe in science, and then I met so many interesting people, like really superhuman, that had very difficult destiny, but they still overcome all the obstacles and actually build up very interesting career. And then I just thought it's a shame that people don't really know that. And talking about Palestinian topic in general, it's a little bit a taboo topic, and there are so many incredibly interesting, talented people in the world. And I just said, why nobody knows about it? Well, some people know, but and then sometimes you even can't talk about it. And then I just said, I want to do something. I was not sure if it's just interviews or maybe writing a book. But then I studied international journalism, back time in Russia. And then, of course, I wanted to do live interviews face to face, but this needs more time. This needs different resources. And as I had this pre-Olympic qualification, I had no chance to do that. And then when this COVID happened and I saw some people doing online interviews, and then I said, maybe I should start, and I'm very grateful, of course, for support of my closest people, my partner. They just, it's just said, start, you should start it now. And I think that was a great decision. Of course, I think live interviews are much better, but, I tried to use some tricks, use another recording devices, or, do editing with different angles. Then people can still watch it and, let's say, be interactive,
But I think it's very well done, and I love the content, and I really enjoy the interviews. And this is the world we're living. If there's something that Corona has given us, is the opportunity to connect in a different way. And so many amazing Palestinian talented artists and successful entrepreneurs out there to talk to. And so, just from the lovely, comfortable setting at your home, you can reach out, and that's very special. So it's a changing time, and I think what you're doing is great. And what is the mission? What do you hope to accomplish with dialogue in the end?
I think it's a part of my character. I really always love to bring people together. And first of all, I'm very happy that you contacted me as well. And because I think that, I believe in community power, in the power of community. And I think that together we are so much stronger. And in general, I'm more a teamwork person. So I love to, connect people, bring people together. And I'm so happy. I'm absolutely in love with this project because, I get to know so many interesting people, and emotionally, it enriches me. And this is fantastic because, I learn so much with that. And this is also a bit of educating mission, let's say, of this program, that people can see it, they can get inspired, that, it doesn't matter how hard is your way, but you shouldn't give up. You should see that this is possible. And I think this inspiration is very important. It's like this year, this COVID happened. And I know that those people that see positive things in their life, even that it happened, they start to search another opportunities, like also for me, the Olympics were canceled. I could just get depressed, but I said, no, we should somehow, trust the universe and still go on. And I think this is the same with the dialogue. So it's just showing the example that you can still, even if you grew up in a very difficult situation, in a conflict zone, you can still have hope that, that if you do what you love, and let's say you follow your way, that you can succeed. And of course also, as I know that you're also planning to do some events, if I may say, about it in the future. And I think that's going to be also a great opportunity to that all the, let's say, guests of dialogue also come to the events, bring people together, bring the community together. So this is, I think, the main goals
at the moment. Again, it's the online world that has brought us together even, which is incredible. We have to be grateful to that in some ways and kind of rise above all this drama from 2020. We need to empower each other in whatever way we can. And this is probably the right way right now. And I'm so grateful to have you as an olive branch on my olive roots. Bringing this incredible material to us is you're doing a great job, for sure.
Thank you so much, Tanya. For me, it's a great pleasure and honor to be a part of my Olive Roots branch. So, and I also thank you for what you are doing for the community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Diana. Thank you, and we'll be looking out for you in the Olympics, hopefully.
Thanks. Inshallah.